Good morning, children. In the previous class, we had studied atoms and molecules. Particularly, we had studied about law of chemical combination, law of constant proportion, and law of conservation of mass. For today, we will continue that atoms and molecules. In the previous class, what you had studied? What is atom? Atom is an invisible atom. Particularly, word atom means indivisible. So, atom is smallest indivisible particle of any matter that you had studied. But later on, as we know today that we atom is not such a substance which is not particularly indivisible. It is divisible. It contains subparticles and subatomic particles like electrons, protons, and neutrons. So we cannot say that totally atom is not divisible. That is, atom is divisible, but still. So now, what is the definition of atom? What is atom? Atoms are the smallest particle of an element. What are atoms? Atom are smallest particle of elements or matter. Any matter or any substance showing the characteristic properties of that particular substance. Means, what is atom? Atom, the smallest particle. Any matter, its smallest particle is atom only. Now, this atom, it shows the characteristic properties of particular element or particular substance, whatever it be. If it is gold, so gold will contain the atoms of gold only. It will not contain the atoms of silver. It will not contain the atoms of copper. So, one single atom of gold will show the properties of whatever the gold shows. That is lustrous, it is malleable, it is ductile. So, all those properties will be shown by one single atom also. So, now what particularly atom is? The definition of atom is atoms are the smallest particle of elements or matter showing the characteristic properties of that particular substance. Okay. Now, what is element? An element is a pure substance. You had studied in the previous class pure and impure substances. So, element you had studied, it is a pure substance which is made up of what? Which is made up of only one kind of atoms. One kind of particles, that is one kind of atom. Elements are pure substances which is made up of one single kind of atoms. Okay. So, when I am saying hydrogen atom, hydrogen element, so hydrogen element is made up of hydrogen atom only. It doesn't contain any other substance element. Oxygen element is not present in hydrogen. Atom is not present. In hydrogen element, only atoms of hydrogen will be present. Okay. So this is what element is. An element is a pure substance which is made up of only one kind of atoms. Example, you can say element hydrogen, copper, oxygen, and more you can say. Now the next term is molecule. What is molecule? See, you should know the difference between all these three. Be very careful about. Atom, I said, it is the smallest particle. Smallest particle of element or any matter which shows the properties of that particular substance. Molecule. Molecule is the smallest particle of a substance which is capable of independent existence. This is important. What is molecule? Molecule is also the smallest particle of a substance. But what kind of smallest particle? Which is capable of independent existence. Any element, I can say hydrogen or oxygen. Let us take any element. Hydrogen does not exist in atomic form. Oxygen does not exist in atomic form. Like, we cannot say that atoms of hydrogen is formed. Yes, molecules of hydrogen, molecules of oxygen are formed. Molecules, whatever it independently exists in nature is the molecule. How is molecule made? Molecule is made up of combination of atoms. It's just like you have studied in biology, that combination of shells, they form tissues. Tissue combination, they form organs. And then further it forms. Further the hierarchy goes. Similarly here, combination of atoms, they form molecules. Molecules, they are the smallest particle of a particular substance which is capable of independent existence. It can exist independently. We can talk about one molecule of any element. and they also show the properties of that particular substance. Just like atom, single atom, it is also showing the properties of that particular element or particular substance. But atom does not generally exist. Elements do not generally exist in atomic form. Elements, they generally exist in molecular form, or that is compounds or in the forms of ions. Molecules are in the form of ions. Okay, so this is about your. Now before we further understand this element and your elements and atoms, I'll tell you something. There is Dalton's atomic theory. Dalton's atomic theory, John Dalton, he was a scientist. He gave the atomic theory. He said that matter is made up of atom. He also gave the various different properties of atoms. He told that it has atomic mass. So same element will have same masses and different element will have different masses. Everything was given. That is not particularly in your examination point of view. So we are just skipping off. But he had given symbols of element like this is. Now at that time few elements were known, not as many as like we know now, near about 118 or something elements. Those many elements were not known, few elements were known. So what to distinguish, how to mention that in writing. So for that particular, he used some symbols to identify that particular element. So now this is symbol of your hydrogen given by Dalton. So at that time, in this way, some C, S is, this is copper, this is silver. So this way it were given, but these were not convenient. As the number of elements were increasing, it was not very convenient to remember such symbols. So it was made more easier. What it was done, rule was given to how to write the symbol. First rule is, this was Dalton gave the symbols, but later on it was changed and rules were given that like first letter should be capital letter. Let us take for helium. How to write the symbol of helium? Symbol of helium, if you want to write, how it is represented? First letter always has to be capital letter. Okay? And then second letter has to be small letter. That is in lower case. Uppercase and second alphabet in the lower case. Okay? So this is the symbol of helium. For hydrogen, what is the symbol? It is capital H. Okay? Now, be careful children. I am again and again telling you. Remember, when I am mentioning it is capital, it is capital. When I am mentioning it is small, it has to be small. Particularly because as you go, you may get sometimes in writing you are not very clear. You use some different styles and all. So stop using all those styles. Here, you should be very peculiar about capital and small. Because like you write Al, this is not aluminium. Many students write Al this way to represent aluminium. It is not that. Al has to be written, L has to be small L only. You also write, if you write CO, when I am talking about CO, this is C, small o, capital C and small o, this is cobalt. This represents your element cobalt. This is an element cobalt. This symbol represents capital C and small o represents cobalt. But if you, instead of writing the small o, you write capital O, this does not represent cobalt. It is wrong. It is wrong symbol of cobalt. It represents a compound that is carbon monoxide. So be very careful when you are writing with small letters and capital letters of the symbols. Okay. Symbols of 1 to 20 elements, you have to learn it properly. I have also told you in the previous Google Meet that a particular page in which you had to study the names of the elements, their symbols, their atomic number, atomic masses and valency. I told you to learn that page. And 1 to 20 elements, all these things you have to learn it properly. Next, another thing is, you should also know the symbols of some elements which are quite commonly used. Like in 120 elements you will not find iron, but the symbol of iron is Fe. Now I told you generally how the symbol comes. The symbol comes from the element name. In that, first letter is capital letter and second letter small letter. Two letters are used. If not one letter, two letters are used. First letter capital and second letter small letter. But in some cases, it has also been derived from Latin or Greek names like Fe. Fe represents iron. Now the name has been taken from ferrum. Okay, so this ferrum is another name for iron and its symbol has been taken from this ferrous. Similarly for sodium, Na, it is natrium. Then your Ag, argentinum, it is for silver. So silver, according to that, it should come Si, na? Si is silicon. It is not silver. Si is silicon and silver Ag. Ag is from the name argentinum. Au, aurum, you get all those names from your textbook. You learn those symbols and the names. Okay, so this is all about symbols. Now coming to the another thing, that is how do these elements exist. Elements, they generally exist at all in molecular form or ionic form. They do not exist as atoms. Elements, they do generally not exist as atoms. Only very few. They generally exist in the form of ions or molecules. What are molecules? I told you. They are the smallest particle which is capable of independent existence, showing the properties of that particular element. Ions, they are charged particles. Ions are charged particles. Okay, so I can give you some example. It is Na plus, K plus, Cl minus. So these are here ions, examples of some of the ions. I had also told you about those valencies and other things. I'll explain it in detail, but for now you need to learn those valencies, because without knowing that valencies you will not be able to write the formula of a particular compound. So how to write the formula of a particular compound? Let us know even that. So before knowing that, I'll tell you about the molecules. Molecules, when I am saying about H, I mean to say this symbol, what does it represent? It represents one atom of hydrogen. One atom of hydrogen. Okay. If I say Cl, I mean to say one atom of chlorine. When I say O2, what do I mean to say? I mean to say two atoms of oxygen. Two atoms of oxygen. Okay. Another, I also mean to say one molecule. O2 also means one molecule of oxygen. Okay. It means that one molecule of oxygen contains two atoms. One molecule contains two atoms of oxygen. So number of atoms present in a molecule of a particular element is called as atomicity. What is atomicity? Atomicity is number of atoms present in one molecule of a particular element. So when I am saying O2, it is two atoms of oxygen, or it is one molecule of oxygen. Okay. When I say this P4, it means that four atoms of phosphorus. Four atoms of phosphorus. Four atoms of phosphorus, or one molecule. One molecule of phosphorus. Got it? So be clear with this. If I say it is this, it is one atom of hydrogen. When I say O2, it is, I can also tell you like CO2. When I am saying CO2, I mean to say one molecule of carbon dioxide. 1 molecule of carbon dioxide. So this is, what is atomicity? It is the number of atoms present in one molecule of a particular element or a particular compound. Got it? This is all about your atomicity, molecules, atoms and elements. Now the next thing, how to write the formula of a particular compound. How to write the formula of a particular compound? I'll tell you. Example, we can take for NaOH, or simple, let us take for sodium chloride. Okay, let us take for sodium chloride. Sodium chloride, the most simplest one, which you need to know it perfectly. We'll be dealing in detail with this. So sodium chloride, what does it contain? Sodium and chlorine. Okay, so what are the elements which is present in this? Elements are your sodium, that is Na, and chlorine. Okay, then what is its valency? What is the valency of sodium? Valency of sodium is 1. I told you that valency, how to find out the valency, I'll explain you, but still that is in next chapter. I had told you about the valencies, atomic mass, atomic number, that formula, everything you need to learn, so you learn from that. Okay, so this is all about here valency is 1. What is valency definition I am giving? Valency is combining capacity. Combining capacity of an element. What is combining capacity of an element called? It is valency of an atom of an element. Okay. Now sodium, its valency is 1. Chlorine, its valency is 1. So what will be the formula? Its formula will be, you just need to cross, like Na, you will be writing the valency of chlorine here, and chlorine you will be writing the valency of sodium, both 1 1, so you can write it as or NaCl. Okay, so this is about sodium chloride. Another I'll tell you, calcium chloride. Calcium chloride. So calcium chloride, when we say, it contains calcium and the other one chlorine. Calcium valency is your, this is your element and this is your valency. Chlorine 1. What is the formula? When you are writing formula, you will write this Cl. For Ca, you will be writing the valency of chlorine 1, and for Cl, you will be writing the valency of calcium. So it is, this you can write it as CaCl2. Okay, so this is the method how to write the formula of a particular compound. Got it? More compounds formula how to write, you just practice from your textbook. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Now for today it's this much. In the next class I'll be explaining you how to find out the molecular mass and further more things. Okay, thank you.